Welcome back to Garden Guru. If your backyard feels awkward, clumsy, or just a little off, even though nothing is technically wrong with it, this video is for you. Let's get into it. A backyard can be clean, usable, and full of decent features, and still feel awkward. Usually, the problem is not that it needs more stuff. It is that the layout, movement, scale, and structure are not working together the way they should. So in this video, I'm counting down the backyard mistakes that make an outdoor space feel awkward, starting with number 9 and working down to the one mistake that usually causes the biggest problem of all. Oh, and stick around, because near the end, I'll give you a quick backyard check you can use to tell whether your space actually feels connected or whether the layout is still working against you. Number 9, no clear purpose for the space. One of the fastest ways to make a backyard feel awkward is when it has elements but no obvious purpose. Maybe there is a small seating area, a grill somewhere else, a patch of open yard in the middle, a few containers near the fence, and none of it really adds up to a clear idea. That is when a backyard starts to feel unsure of itself. You can tell something is there, you can tell effort was made, but the space does not really communicate what it is for. And when a backyard has no clear purpose, it usually feels harder to use well. A more comfortable backyard usually has some kind of readable logic. Not every square foot needs a specific job, but the yard should still feel like it knows what kind of experience it is trying to create. A place to sit and relax, a place to gather, a place to move through, a place to enjoy from the patio. When that basic purpose is unclear, the whole space starts to feel awkward, because the layout is not supporting anything strongly enough. Number 8, furniture that is the wrong size or awkwardly placed. This is a huge one because furniture problems make a backyard feel uncomfortable very quickly. Sometimes the furniture is too big for the space and everything feels crowded. Sometimes it is too small and the seating area feels underfurnished and kind of stranded. And sometimes the issue is not size so much as placement. The furniture technically fits, but it blocks movement, sits too far apart, faces the wrong direction, or just leaves the space feeling strange. This is one of those mistakes people often feel before they can explain it. They sit down, and the space just does not feel right. That is usually a sign that the furniture is not helping define the backyard in a useful way. A better backyard usually has furniture that feels proportionate to the space, and arranged in a way that supports how the space is actually used. Because furniture does not just fill the yard, it helps tell the yard what it is. And when that part is off, the whole backyard can start to feel awkward, no matter how nice the furniture itself is. Number 7, blocking movement through the yard. A backyard starts to feel awkward very quickly when the layout makes it harder to move through than it should. Maybe you have to squeeze past furniture. Maybe the natural route from the door to the lawn is blocked. Maybe planters or decor interrupt the easiest path. Maybe the whole backyard makes you walk around things that should not be in the way. That kind of movement problem creates friction. Even if the backyard looks decent in a photo, it can still feel clumsy in real life if walking through it is not easy. A more comfortable backyard usually has better flow. You can move from one part of the yard to another without constantly navigating around obstacles. That is one of the quiet differences between a backyard that feels easy and one that feels awkward. The space should support movement, not interrupt it. Because when circulation is awkward, the whole backyard starts to feel less natural and less enjoyable to be in. Number 6, pushing everything to the edges without a real plan. This is a very common backyard move. People want to keep the middle open, so they push everything outward. The furniture goes against the fence. The pots line the perimeter. The decorative pieces collect around the edges. The center stays empty. And in theory, that sounds like it should work. But when everything gets pushed to the edges without a real plan, the perimeter starts to feel crowded, while the backyard as a whole still feels unresolved. The edges get busy, but the yard does not necessarily feel better. It just feels like all the decisions were pushed outward. A better backyard usually uses the perimeter more intentionally, not just as a storage line for every outdoor idea. The edges should help frame the space, soften it, support it, maybe guide movement or define zones, but they should not carry all the visual weight by default. Because when the edges get too busy and the middle still has no clear role, the whole backyard often feels awkward and unfinished. Number 5. Too many disconnected zones. This is one of the biggest reasons backyards feel awkward. People try to fit in a dining area, a fire pit area, a lounge area, a container area, maybe a play area, maybe a little garden corner too. And before long, the backyard stops feeling like one outdoor space and starts feeling like several smaller spaces that do not really relate to one another. That chopped up feeling is what makes the yard awkward. It becomes harder for the eye to read and harder for the body to move through. Instead of feeling cohesive, the backyard starts to feel like a collection of separate intentions. Usually, fewer, stronger zones work better than lots of tiny ones. A backyard feels more comfortable when the parts relate to each other and the layout feels connected. Not every outdoor feature needs its own mini destination. And not every idea needs its own separate area. Sometimes the backyard feels better when the zones are fewer, clearer, and more connected to the overall space. Hey guys, real quick, I wanted to let you know about a free flower bed clarity guide I created for you. If you go to the link below, you can download it for free and hopefully get a little more clarity with your flower bed planting. It's 100% free, and I'll be creating more in the near future for you as well. It's all part of my mission to help us all keep learning, keep growing, and keep getting our hands dirty. I hope it helps. As always, thanks for watching, and now, back to the video. Number 4. No focal point or visual anchor. A backyard can feel awkward simply because the eye does not know where to land. If everything has equal visual weight, or if nothing clearly stands out as the anchor, the space can feel restless. The eye keeps moving around trying to find the main idea. And that restless feeling is often what people are reacting to when they say a backyard feels off. A focal point does not need to be dramatic. It could be a tree, a fire pit, a seating area, a feature planter, a trellis, a standout planting bed, even just one clear view line. The point is not to create a showpiece. The point is to give the space some orientation. Because when the eye knows where to settle, the backyard usually starts to feel calmer and more natural. And when that anchor is missing, the whole layout can feel more awkward than it really is. Number 3. A patio or seating area that feels stranded. This is a really common problem. A patio or seating area gets built or placed in the backyard, but it does not feel connected to anything around it. It just sort of sits there. Maybe it is surrounded by too much empty space. Maybe there is no planting or structure around it. Maybe it does not connect clearly to the house, the yard, or any larger layout idea. That is when a seating area starts to feel stranded. And when the patio feels stranded, it often feels awkward to use too. A more comfortable outdoor space usually makes the seating area feel like it belongs. It feels supported by planting, layout, or some kind of framing. It feels integrated, not dropped in. That difference matters a lot, because the patio is often supposed to be one of the most enjoyable parts of the whole backyard. If it feels disconnected, the whole yard can feel disconnected with it. Number 2. No layered structure around the space. This is one of the clearest differences between a backyard that feels flat and one that feels comfortable. The best outdoor spaces usually have some kind of layering around them. That might mean lower planting near the ground, fuller planting or shrubs around the middle, and maybe one taller vertical element like a small tree, upright shrub, screen, or trellis. Those layers create depth. They help the space feel enclosed in a good way, not boxed in. They soften hard edges. They make the backyard feel more complete. Without that layering, a backyard often feels visually thin. It may still function, but it does not feel as settled, as comfortable, or as inviting. Layered structure is one of the things that makes an outdoor space feel like a place instead of just an area. And that difference is huge. Because awkward backyards often do not just have a furniture problem or a zone problem, they also have a support problem. The space is not being held well enough by the elements around it. Number 1. No clear sense of intention. This is the master mistake. Because all the other awkward backyard problems usually feed into this one. A backyard can have furniture, patio space, lawn, planters, and even some nice features, and still feel awkward if there is no clear sense of intention tying everything together. Nothing leads, nothing anchors, nothing connects, nothing supports the main use of the space. Nothing really tells you what the backyard is trying to be. So even if the individual pieces are fine, the overall experience still feels a little strange. That is what intention fixes. It gives the backyard some logic. It helps the movement make sense. It helps the seating area belong. It helps the focal point feel earned. It helps the planting support the space instead of just existing around it. A backyard does not need to be expensive to feel good, but it usually does need to feel like the pieces belong to the same idea. That is what makes the whole space feel more natural, more usable, and much less awkward. So if you want a simple way to evaluate your own backyard, here are a few questions worth asking. Does the space have any clear purpose? Is the furniture the right size and in the right place? Can you move through the yard easily? Are the edges supporting the layout or just collecting stuff? Have you broken the yard into too many disconnected zones? Does the space have any focal point or visual anchor? Does the patio or seating area actually feel connected? Is there enough layered structure around the space? And most importantly, does the backyard feel like it has any real intention behind it? Those questions matter because they shift your thinking away from "what else can I add?" and toward a much more useful question: what is making this backyard feel awkward in the first place? That is usually where the improvement begins. Sometimes an outdoor space does not need more features. It needs better relationships between the features it already has. And here is that quick backyard check I mentioned at the beginning. If you can look at your backyard and answer these 3 questions clearly, the space is much more likely to feel connected. 1. What is this space for? 2. Can I move through it easily? 3. What is tying the whole backyard together? If those answers are not clear, that is usually a sign the layout is still working against you. Not because the backyard is bad, but because the space has not been given enough logic. That is the quick check, and it is useful because once you can see which of those 3 things is missing, it gets much easier to figure out what to change. Well, there you have it. I hope this helped you feel more confident about what may be making your backyard feel awkward, and what to do instead. Don't forget to download my free flower bed clarity guide with the link in the description. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep getting your hands dirty. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to Garden Guru, and I'll see you in the next one.